Oh, what's up, guys? This is the Vandal. I actually started recording a little bit ago, but I ended up running into a weird-ass glitch, and I had to restart, but I hadn't really done anything yet, so I just figured screw it. Rather than splice what I had in, I just thought I'd start it here. All I've done is I leveled up my vitality once so I can try and wear some heavier stuff, and I bought...
Oh, and in one.
Actually, I don't think I have bought it now. I bought the Swyander, but I don't think
Goodbye. Oh, this.
I don't think that part's saved. Let's see. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so I want to buy this Viander, and I want to get some arrows. One thing I think I mentioned in an earlier video, let me use up a bunch of these, is these hard souls. You know, you use them to get souls, but you also won't lose them if you die.
Oh, and in.
So there's that, and I want standard arrows. About 40 of them. Not that many. And I don't think he has anything else I'm really interested in.
Goodbye. Oh, this.
Okay, so let's see if I can equip that without going overweight. I cannot. Okay, what would I have to do? Oh, wait. No, I'm doing that wrong. It's supposed to be there. I can equip it. Cool. It's been a while since I've used it. It is a bit slower. That is the only thing. But it's also an ultra great sword, so that's kind of to be expected. It's been a while since I've used this kind of weapon, like this class, so I might suck with it for a bit. But this is the kind of stuff that this character is kind of working towards, since he's going to be a strength build, so... If I start sucking too much, I'll just deal with it. We're going back to the Cleansing Chapel, and before I go there, I have the DLC, so there's probably going to be an NPC there. I'm just going to ignore him, because if I talk to him, that'll activate the DLC. I'll be going through that later. Probably... It's going to be a bit. I think the, one thing I saw was the suggested level would be, like, 80. So... Alrighty.
Mother of the forlorn, please.
So yeah, this guy is for the DLC. So, we're just gonna ignore the fact that he's there. At least for the time being. Eventually, I'll be adding a walkthrough to that as well. Probably gonna be a while. If I end up playing it on one of my other characters, I might upload some highlights. Me playing a blind playthrough of it. I've heard it's a little on the short side, but, I mean, personally, I'll be happy as long as it's good. So... You know what? We left that item outside. I know I'll forget, otherwise, let's go ahead and head out there and... Whoops. What the fuck was that? So 3 hits, that's not great. Where'd the other guy go? Oh. But yeah, in the last episode, there was that item surrounded by a bunch of enemies, and I was like, fuck it, I want the bonfire. So, let's go out and grab that. I want to say it's something stupid, like fucking pellets, but I can't remember for sure. It might actually be handy. Alright. So you see a bunch of assholes up there. Most of them aren't very problematic, but there's one or two guys around the corner, I think, with axes. So, as you can imagine, that's a bit more problematic. There he is. Let's see if we can fuck him up before we go after the other guys. Hi, buddy. How's it going? Whoops. Oh, damn it. Okay. I'm just gonna do a death run to that item. But basically, you know, you just attract that one guy with the axe out, fuck him up, and then the other guys really aren't that bad. An ember. That's what it was. So, moving on with our lives. And this is going to be a part that I'm going to speed up. Wrong screen. I'm going to take those off so I can equip my bow. Wherever that is. Wow, still too fucking heavy. Jesus Christ. There. Okay, so this is I'm gonna explain what I'm gonna do here, and then I'm going to speed it up, because this is gonna take a minute. There is a giant right there, and it is completely possible and optional for you to leave him alone, and that'll work, but he's gonna get in your way later. So I'm going to go ahead and do what I do, which is pick away at him with a bow and arrow. And if you happen to be a Dex character, that's going to be really fairly easy, but since mine's not, it's just going to take a bit. So, like I said, I'm going to speed it up. Here we go. Okay, so we took care of that. Okay, so like I said, you can leave him alone. It's just he's gonna be a bit in your, well, more than a bit in your way later. Personally, I'd rather snipe him from above than have to tango with him on the ground later. Lloyd sword ring, and what's over here? Exploding bolt. Let's look at that ring real quick. Oh, speaking of rings, I took mine off, didn't I? Boost attack when HP is full. A ring given to the Knights of the Way of the White depicts Allfather Lloyd's Sword of Law. Boost attack power when HP is full. Much time has passed since the worship of Lloyd was common in the Way of White. The clerics of Kareem have always strongly asserted that Lloyd was a derivative fraud, and the Allfather title was self-proclaimed. And so what's kind of interesting about that is, oh shit, I'm overweight again. Fuck it, I'll just take it off. Good enough. Allfather Lloyd was supposedly Gwen's uncle, and if you played Dark Souls 1, Allfather Lloyd was like the primary head of the Way of the White, I guess you could say. So he was a big deal. And by the time we reach this game, you know, there's, as that mentioned, people that think he was a fraud, basically. So, here we get kind of a nice look at where we're going, kind of where we've come from. As you might guess, that area over there is where we're looking to get to, but we've got a little ways before we go there. There's a couple snipers up to my left. I'm just going to run right along and not give a fuck. Into that door here. I'm going to look around because I don't quite remember which way I want to go first. I think down here is where I want to go. Okay. I was kind of making sure what room I'm in. Now we come up here, and that chest is breathing. So, what are we gonna do? That's right, we're gonna whip a talisman in its mouth. And I only have one left, so I'm gonna have to buy some more next time we're in Firelink. Deep Braille Divine Tome. So let's look at that real fast. Learn Miracles of the Deep. Braille Divine Tome of the Deep, belonging to the Deacons of the Cathedral. Give this to a storyteller to learn miracles of the deep. Intended to teach divine protection to the Deacons of the Deep, but later, dark tales were added to its pages, such that it is now considered a thing profane. I can read. Sometimes. Okay. So, now we just came through there, and don't want to go there yet. Somewhere else I want to go first, I think. This area always kind of got on my nerves for some reason. Though there's one area that gets way more on my nerves. And that is a ways off, fortunately. There is a thief that is going to jump out at me from somewhere, and I can't remember where. I think he comes out when you're on the bridge. Aha, there you are. Oh, shit. Aha, there was more. Whew. That could have been unfortunate. Now, if you look up there... No, let me unequip that talisman real quick. Look up there, we see a slime. Can I spoil that? There we go. Oh, damn, I was supposed to get a torch when I was at Firelink as well. I forgot about that. I'm not going to bother trying to fight this guy right this second, because if you don't have fire damage, you're not doing much good. So, it's easy enough to kite him around and stuff, though. Now, up here, there is an evangelist, and we know how I am really bad at evangelists. He's protecting an item, and I will try and take care of that later. And if I fail at it miserably, we'll do the death run game. So for right now, we're going to head back this way. And fight a different tough enemy. And of course the slime followed us. Why wouldn't he? Well, how much damage do I do to him? Well, none if I miss. Okay. Okay, so up ahead, if I remember correctly, is the first time we run into a Cathedral Knight, and they are pretty tough. He's going to come out of that door. And because I went over the bridge first, I think that set off all of the thieves, but there might be another one, which is kind of what I'm more worried about. Okay, I don't think there's any more thieves. This guy sucks. Uh-oh. Now, the places he hits with his weapon now are basically time bombs. Ideally, I want to get behind him and backstab him, but I'm definitely not a master Dark Souls player, unfortunately. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ooh. Yeah! Uh-oh. 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 I got cocky. Okay, let's try the spinny technique again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now that right there would have been a great opportunity to get behind him, but I was way too low on health to fucking try it. What the hell was I thinking? Oh, you bitch. I forgot that he could heal. So much more frustrating when they can heal. Ooh. Fuck. Fuck. Okay. Well, as frustrating as it would be to end on that note, I probably should, because going back there is going to make me go a fair bit farther over time than I prefer to. So I'm going to end it there, and then we will get revenge on that damn knight in the next episode. Like, comment, subscribe.